When anime characters pull off those impossible rescues that defy every single law of physics and logic, those are the moments that keep us glued to our screens. Get ready for an epic countdown of the most mind-blowing, jaw-dropping saves that'll have you jumping out of your seat. Starting this list with Kirishima from Yakuza Fiancé, who saved Yoshino in a way that made us fall in love with him instantly. When Yoshino finds herself being harassed, Kirishima doesn't waste a second. True to his style, he handles the situation with a terrifying efficiency and a disturbingly calm demeanor that reflects his Yakuza upbringing. And that's why messing with a Yakuza's fiancé is a one-way ticket to trouble, and you might not live long enough to even regret it. Kirishima really dominates every fight scene, ensuring everyone knows Yoshino is off limits. So, if you haven't watched this brand new anime, make sure to check it out. You won't regret it. Ah, heal.
僕も君みたいな勝手な浮気女を妻にするつもりなんてなくなったよ。せいせいするな。パートナー精霊不在の精霊騎士夏木スバル、剣聖の家系ラインハルト・バン・アストレア。この結婚式に物申すってな。
The scene where Subaru and Reinhard save Emilia from marrying Regulus is pure ReZero gold. Emilia made the mistake of taking Subaru's name in front of Regulus, her soon-to-be husband, which he doesn't take so nicely. Just when he's about to destroy Emilia, both Subaru and Reinhard make the kind of entry that left our jaws on the floor. They kick the door to the wedding venue in the most badass way. Absolutely love this scene because it shows off one of Reinhard's many divine protections, particularly the one that makes all of Reinhard's projectiles guaranteed hits on his target, and the door hitting Regulus was just the cherry on top.
俺も思ってたぜ。来てくれるってな。
The Mountain Tribe's arrival in Kingdom is one of those moments that makes you want to jump out your seat and yell, "Now we're talking." Sure, everybody loves a single person showing up and saving the day, but sometimes it's even cooler when an entire army storms in as reinforcements. Chin is on the verge of defeat when thunderous hooves shake the ground. Yotanwa and her Mountain Tribe arrive and her command, "Slaughter them," sparks chaos as they tear through the Zhao forces. This last second save is all about dominating the battlefield and ensuring victory against all odds. It's not just one person swooping in, it's an entire freaking army that's built differently. Ragnar's rescue of Leo from Grimwelt in Ragnar Crimson is nothing short of epic. The scene begins with Leo struggling against Grimwelt, a superior dragon infamous for its sheer power and clever tactics. She's completely outmatched and things are looking bad until Ragnar steps in. This was no talk, no mercy, just straight up death. And you know what? This wasn't even his full power. If you want to know how powerful this guy is, make sure to check out this anime because this has that sheer epic factor.
そしてこれがこの姿でのみ放つことができる最大威力の炎。これ。砕けろ。
入るにはいくつかテストがあるけど。
ってことはそのメンバーになれば私たちも追われずに。
残念だが満 石だ。
動かない。
化け物だ。なるほどな。
Now, let's talk about Andy's epic save of Fuko from Undead Unluck. Andy and Fuko find themselves up against Shen and Void, two pretty formidable villains, right? And when you're as clueless as Fuko, you're bound to fall into their trap. But just when Fuko's about to taste death, Andy bursts onto the scene, breaking through the chaos with a confidence that's impossible to ignore. Andy really owned the moment with his last second save. The chaotic tension, gone. The fear of imminent death, vanished. His cool, laid-back vibe in the face of danger makes it look easy, but we all know it's anything but that. It's just that anything can happen when he's there, and that's exactly why it's such an amazing last-second save.
随分と教育熱心だな。
Next up, let's talk about the ultimate OP character himself, Arnos Voldigod, the Demon King of Tyranny. This guy doesn't just wear the title, he embodies it with some of the most jaw-dropping, over-the-top powers in anime. When it comes to protecting his loved ones, Arnos doesn't just turn up, he makes sure hell comes with him. Take that unforgettable moment when his mother is attacked by Emilia, the pure-blood royal. Big mistake, Emilia. The second she laid a finger on Arnos' mom, you could almost hear the boss's music kick in. And in that moment, Emilia knew she'd royally messed up, pun intended. Emilia's smugness evaporates as she's reduced to a pathetic, trembling mess under Arnos' overwhelming power. And honestly, it's incredibly satisfying to watch her pay the price for her arrogance. This is a top-tier, last-second save because it shows how far Arnos will go for the people he loves. The moral of the story is that don't even think about threatening Arnos' mom unless you've got a death wish.
我らはシャドウガーデン。シャドウガーデンの名を語る愚者よ。
Then we have one of the Eminence in Shadow's most epic rescue moments, when Shadow swoops in to save Alexia, the tsundere princess who can't catch a break. Alexia finds herself in deep trouble, faced with the fake Shadow Garden. Things are looking grim, and just as you're wondering if she's about to meet her doom, Shadow enters and saves the day. And let's not forget the dialogue. Shadow drops his signature cryptic one-liners that leave everyone wondering if they're dealing with a savior, or an unhinged genius, or just a geek. The way he just blasts into the scene is enough to give you goosebumps, and when he does arrive, sometimes it can be totally hilarious. Whether it's saving princesses or exposing frauds, Shadow doesn't just rescue the day, he reinvents it. When Shadow's around, even the direst situations turn into an epic spectacle. Cultists, beware, because saving the day and stealing the show is what he does best.
抜かるなよ。
はい。
クソが死ね。
私はシャドウ様ほど甘くない。
So, you know how much I love anime, right? I mean, my entire career revolves around it. But you know what I enjoy just as much? Collecting some crazy merch from my favorite shows. I was just thinking of adding another epic figurine to my collection when our sponsor today popped up like a blessing in disguise. Let me introduce you to the Anime Merch. These guys have an insane collection of figurines, LED lamps, and light boxes. While browsing, I found an awesome figurine of Luffy for myself. Whether you're a die-hard fan of Naruto, Bleach, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, or Chainsaw Man, they have got it all. Imagine having iconic moments from Bleach displayed in stunning shadow light boxes, or your favorite Naruto characters glowing in custom LED lamps. This isn't just merch, it's a way to bring your favorite characters to life. Their high quality figures and collectibles are designed for hardcore fans who want only the best. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the anime merch is something for everyone. And guess what? Just for my viewers, there's a special offer. Use the code VINI to get 10% off your first order. So what are you waiting for? Head over to theanimemerch.com right now and bring the world of anime straight to your home. Don't forget to check the link in the description and grab those epic deals.
私完璧でいられなかった。ごめんなさい。
お前が頑張ったおかげでみんな避難できたぞ。あとは 俺に任せろ。
Moving on, we've got Gafga Hibino from Kaiju number 8, a guy who went from cleaning up Kaiju messes to becoming one overnight as he saves Shinomiya. In this anime series, Shinomiya, the no-nonsense powerhouse Kaiju slayer with a reputation for being unbeatable, finds herself in a complicated situation. Even the strongest have their bad days, and Shinomiya ends up staring death in the face, completely outmatched and on the brink of losing her life. Gafga arrives in his Kaiju form like a true hero ready to save the day. Without hesitation, he leaps into the chaos and, let's be clear, this isn't just any rescue. Gafga had to transform into his Kaiju form to pull it off, knowing full well the risks. If he didn't, Shinomiya would have been dead, plain and simple. In short, Gafga's rescue isn't just about saving Shinomiya, it's about proving he's a true protector. He proves to us that even when the odds are totally against you, you can rise to the occasion and create a moment that's nothing short of awesome.
ウォールバーグよ、お前は強い。だが私はさらに上を行く。無念。さらばだ、ウォールバーグ。
Alright, let's talk about the moment MASH stepped in to save Wahlberg from the evil clutches of Innocent Zero in Mashal, Magic and Muscles. You see, Innocent Zero isn't your typical villain. He's got all the power and none of the chill. He's got his eye on Wahlberg and is ready to end him in the most cold-blooded way possible. But what's that? That's MASH kneeing Innocent Zero in his face in the most satisfying way possible. No magic, no flashy spells, just his good old knee. MASH really is a walking powerhouse, and when it comes to saving his friends, he's all in, no questions asked. And honestly, who wouldn't want MASH on their side? You know you're getting an epic butt-kicking moment when he's around. This moment is epic because it's MASH in his purest form. Who needs spells when you've got legs that can take down villains? Then there's the epic father-daughter moment in JoJo's bizarre adventure Stone Ocean when Jotaro Kujo swoops in to save his daughter Jolene in the most Joestar way possible. Jolene's in deep trouble, trapped in a life-or-death situation with an opponent like Pucci who's out to crush her spirit. Things are looking grim, and with every second counting, it seems like she might be out of options as the bullets approach her. But wait, the time stops and we already know who's in the house. It's Jotaro. As he saves his daughter, he shows her the kind of resolve and determination that's been passed down the Joestar bloodline. His actions reinforce what Jolene's always known. Her father's got her back, no matter what. Jotaro doesn't need to say much, he just does things, and when he steps in, you know the situation's about to turn in the blink of an eye with the classic Joestar style.
時が動き出す。その時、ただ体が勝手に動いてた。
Moving on, we have one of the most intense and downright epic moments in My Hero Academia. It's when Bakugo steps up and saves Midoriya from Shigaraki. Now, if you know anything about these two, you know their relationship is anything but normal. They've been rivals, teammates, and everything in between. When it comes down to it, Bakugo has always had Midoriya's back, even if he doesn't always say it in the nicest way. So, here we are, with Midoriya on the verge of being obliterated by Shigaraki, and Bakugo comes in the most Bakugo way possible, taking the hit for Midoriya, saving him at the last moment. What makes this moment so exciting is how it completely changes their relationship. Bakugo and Midoriya have always had a complicated history, but when it really matters, and the stakes are life or death, Bakugo shows just how much he's grown. Bakugo's actions really speak volumes, and the moment says it all. Next up, Rudeus makes his grand entrance to save Roxy, his long-lost teacher, in Mushoku Tensei. Roxy's in deep trouble, trapped in the same dungeon where Zenith had been held, surrounded by darkness, monsters, and no way out. She's about to be devoured by the creatures that are closing in on her, and it seems like there's no hope left. In fact, she's so desperate that she even loses all control and gets to the point of almost giving up. But then, just when it seems like the end is near, Rudeus freezes everything in sight, charging in like a true knight in shining armor. This moment is a massive payoff for fans who've been waiting eagerly for years to see Roxy return and finally reunite with Rudeus. And what makes it even better, Rudeus's unwavering faith in Roxyism. His belief in her and his mission drives him to show up just when she needs him the most. This is the most satisfying and anticipated last save moment of the franchise so far. And we can never forget the moment when Todo saves Itadori from the clutches of Mahito in Jujutsu Kaisen. After what Mahito did to Nobara, Yuji had lost all hope. But then Todo steps into the scene and not only saves him from the same fate as Nobara, but also helps him gain his resolve. Even though Todo is just another student and Mahito is a terrifying special grade curse, the moment you hear that signature clap signaling Todo's arrival, you know everything's about to change. Todo's arrival really was a breath of fresh air that Itadori needed the most, and not only that, it was epic as hell. Moving on, we have a moment that makes us fall in love with Byakuya even more. The real beauty of this save, though, is the unspoken bond between the siblings. Byakuya, the man who was once cold and distant, steps in not because of his obligation, but because of his deep, unshakable love and respect for his sister. The animation of this scene is nothing short of breathtaking, and we absolutely love Byakuya's bankai with the petals of his sword everywhere. But the real beauty of this scene is what it represents. Byakuya's silent but undeniable love and protection for Rukia.
そうか、終わりか。だがすまぬ。K を倒すのは私ではない。失礼。黄泉の霊気で切っちゃいました。
Ah, you've got to love this moment from One Piece when Robin comes to Sanji's rescue during his showdown with Black Maria. Now, Sanji is in a bit of a bind, caught in Black Maria's sticky webs, not the good kind mind you, while she's taunting him in her usual creepy way. And then, when things are looking truly grim for our curly-browed hero, Robin and Brook make their entrance, bringing the kind of relief and satisfaction that only the Straw Hat crew can deliver. Sanji's got his people here, and nothing's more heartwarming and hilarious than seeing Sanji go from distressed to completely in love in 0.2 seconds. And let's be honest, that slap on Black Maria's face was extremely satisfying. Robin's no damsel in distress, she's far from it. She shows up and literally lets her hands do the talking. Robin and Brook's timely arrival shows the unbreakable bonds of this crew. They've always got each other's backs, no matter the odds.
仲間って素敵なのよ。サンジ？頼ってくれてありがとう。嬉しかったわ。望み通りよ。死ぬのが望みだもの。そうよ、私は。
うい。おめえ死ぬのが好きか。
Going forward, we have Sojiro from Ishura, who saves Yuno from becoming the Golem's target. Yuno's on the verge of defeat, but just when it seems like there's no way out, Sojiro shows up and immediately shifts the situation. His unshakable composure and lethal skill make him a perfect contrast to the chaos around him. He doesn't need to be flashy or overly dramatic, his presence alone is enough to turn the tide. That's what makes his entrance such a great last-second save. It's subtle, yet utterly powerful, and it makes you realise just how unstoppable he truly is. And don't be fooled by his easygoing vibe. He's a deadly swordsman, and with a blade in his hand, he's absolutely lethal when it comes to combat. I absolutely love how he takes charge of the situation while looking all calm and collected, even almost cheerful. He's the kind of guy we'd love to know more about and see the kind of potential this pint-sized warrior holds.
見たぞおめえの命そこだおめえの武器
何がしたいんだ。1年かいてくれて助かった。この街でこんなもん振り回すことがどれほどのことか分かってたろうな、オラ
Next up, we have the Furin boy stepping in to save Sakura in his moment of need. Sakura's doing everything he can to protect Gotoha from a group of thugs who clearly mean trouble. While he's trying to hold his ground, it's not looking good for him. Just as things are about to go from bad to worse, in come the Furin boys to save the day. The moment they arrive, the entire vibe changes. The thugs, who are acting all tough and confident, suddenly freeze, realizing they've made a huge mistake. Their expressions were absolute gold. You can practically see the regret on their faces as they realize they've messed with the wrong people. Without missing a beat, the Furin boys take charge, showing those bullies exactly why messing with them is a terrible idea. It's pure, satisfying payback, and they make it look effortless. I love the fact that the Furin boys always want to stand up for each other, protect their own, and can easily turn a hopeless situation into a total victory. It's a feel-good moment that reminds you why having loyal friends is everything.
なんだ何がどうなってる。
それはもともと風林高校の名のもとに書かれていたけど、
何人も例外なく暴風林が粛清する。
Be sure to give it a thumbs up before you go. Feel free to drop a comment under the video with your favorite entries from today's list, or let us know if there's any that you think that we should have added. See you in the next one.